hard talk, right? In an aspect of we're letting people understand what it is like to be a business owner. One of the things that you mentioned that I love that you said was, you know, you win 100%. I think for the people that do go all in 100%, they do get more results. But the only way you can do that is by having investments in, you know, a support system, right? To allow for you to want to
Yeah.
do that, right? For me, the only way I was able to get to this point in Black Heights to be able to conduct, you know, myself was like that was the investment side of it, right? That's one of the reasons I went into sales and the so forth. Like, what can I do? Because man, I'm not going to be able to do this and have a family and be a father and be a husband.
Right.
It's hard. So I want you to talk about this aspect as well that a lot of people don't talk about, Brother Rob, is the support system you had when you made that decision to say, you know what, I'm going to give this 100%. I'm getting a grind. I got a little bit of money. I got some change in me to support me and my family. But talk about that support system because that is something that keeps you going every single day that people don't talk about. Talk about that, brother.
Too easy. So, me and my wife, have been through a lot, and one thing I can say is that she's my biggest supporter,
Mm,
and she pretty much thinks I'm a magician because everything I do works, and but a lot of that comes from her believing in me
mm,
because when I once I told her I'm pretty sure she had butterflies and was worried, but when I told her I was getting out of the military, she kind of was like, okay, we'll figure it out. Then I told her, hey man, I'm about to quit this job. Okay, we'll figure it out, and we did.
mm,
Because a lot of times, that's all you need is just somebody that believes in you. Because
mm,
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes, especially as men, we might not be even thinking. We may just we might not be thinking straight, and we kind of need that counterbalance. And having somebody in your side or on your side to tell you, hey, this is gonna work, or also to tell you the truth.
mm,
Because one thing about me is sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes, I go a little bit too hard, on people, or maybe I'm too blunt, maybe I'm too straightforward. Something like, I don't know if you need to say all that. Like, oh, okay, babe, well, maybe next time, I'll figure it out. But definitely, the support system is important, and hopefully that comes from your family. Don't expect, especially if you're doing something completely different, don't expect that support to come from your friends just
mm,
because they kind of put you inside of a box. Some people once they see you as one thing, that's what you are.
mm,
And me, through my maturation process, I've been 7 or 8 different people. Well, not 7 or 8 different people, but I've evolved several times. Right, things that I used to think were cool probably aren't as cool as they used to be to me. So support is super important. Um, but at the same time, I would say the support is important, but it got to come from within as well.
mm,
Because the whole thing, and don't nobody believe in me, and I believe in myself. Like literally, like that's one of the, I think that's one of the things that the Most High gave me is just an extreme belief, high self-esteem, high confidence, just like I can make it happen. And then if you get a track record of winning,
mm,
it kind of boosts up the confidence. Like man, maybe I can do this.
mm,
Maybe I can. And then for me, and I don't know about you, but I didn't have any examples. Like I
mm.
don't have any like business owners in my family for real, especially not in the internet space or in the digital age. So it's kind of like I'm trailblazing because my mama is proud of me, but she still don't quite get what's going on. She don't know. She like so she don't know if I damn juggle bananas on the internet or if I damn I don't know if I do Bitcoin or what the hell going on. But she just know that her baby doing something cool. So
No, that is absolutely fantastic, man. And I would say this. I would say this, brother Rob. Knowing, our journeys are very similar. I'm gonna hit the support system piece of it, right? I think that's a huge piece of it that you hit on because, like you said, nobody has the belief in you like you do, right? I think,
that's right.
when I'd say this, right? For the entrepreneurs, there are people who want to be an entrepreneur one day. You got to look back at yourself and see if you have a track record of success in the prior parts of your life. Because people think it's so easy to be able to become an entrepreneur and make, six figures and $1 million a year and so forth. If you don't have a track record of success, you hear something that Brother Rob said that was very important. You said that within a matter of 6 years, he was promoted in the military 6 times, right? You look at my track record in the corporate world, within a matter of XYZ years, I was promoted like 8 times, 6 times, whatever it is, right? You can see it. That means that's a track record of success, meaning that they can put you anywhere on the goddamn earth, right? And you're going to have success no matter what. Right, so it's starting a company with that sort of a mentality is going to give you confidence that you can figure it out. And not only that, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, because you hit something that was very important. When you have a partner that has seen you have a level of success, they believe in you, they admire you, they're going to know that you're going to figure it out, and they're going to be your biggest supporter to help you figure it out, even when you don't know you're going to figure it out. Right, so that's a huge piece of it as well too. I have a lot of people that I coach, and you're like, oh my God, or friends who, they want me to coach their wives and things like that. It's like, I can't coach your wife. You have to coach your wife. Your wife has to see you being the example, right? Your wife has to see you having success. If you don't have success, what do you think? She's going to just go out there and figure it out on her own? Hell no, you have to be the leader in the house. Right, so I wanted to make sure that we hit on those points, Brother Rob, because you said something that a lot of people just don't understand. As a leader, as a person with results, showing results, when you show people that you can have results, especially inside your house, you become admirable. The person knows that you're going to figure it out. They trust you, right? They treat you better. They know that with the things that you need, you prove it, and your life is remarkable, right? They know that you have to work. What are the things that you need in order for them to be your helpmate, or whatever you want to call it, that they call it these days, your biggest support system. So I wanted to hit on that, brother. That was what you said was very deep, and I wanted to unpack that.
Hey, and let me piggyback on that for a minute.
Yes, sir.
So running back to the title of this about the high value man thing, I think that is a hot debate. Everybody, am I one? Am I not? Blah blah blah. And I think too much of that is, of course, I want some money. Everybody wants some money, but I think a lot of it, or too much of it, is focused on the money part, and not enough on the character part. A lot of guys, or what I've seen, I'm not really a part of it because I can't understand, I can't relate to it. But it's kind of like pitting men against women. Oh, women need to do this, men need to do that. At the same time, man, people just need to stay in their lane and go as fast as possible. Stop putting your damn turn signal on, stay on your lane, and keep doing what you need to do. And whoever's for you is going to be there. And another thing, when you talked about the leadership part, to me, it's hard for me, to be honest, for me to whether you my boss, because it happened in the military a bunch of times where somebody would be above me, would be my boss, my supervisor, then I would see that they wife and their children don't even listen to them. What I look like as a grown man if your children and your wife don't listen to you, man. And this ain't that, because this, hey, look, man, and this is how I am as far as that goes. Hey, man, hey,
hey, bro, it's a complete it is a complete dismissal. If you don't have control over your household and you find yourself around another bunch of men, that's showing you that you're high value right then, right? If you conduct yourself and your partners and your spouse and your kids conduct themselves as an example of you, that means you have that character, that high value. You already know it. You don't need to have to say anything about it. But if your kids, you one of these guys that make a shitload of money, your kids and your wife acting a certain way, you don't have that shit in check, bro, we look at you a certain way. I'm gonna tell you this right now, guys. This is a game that you guys need to hear. We look at you sideways. We like, nope, you're not in that circle. Tell it again, brother Rob. Nope. Tell it again, man. Tell him again.
And then another thing I said, like I said, I know this isn't, but this may be beneficial for somebody. Then, like I said, being on my bros platform, just want to make sure I drop as much jewelry as possible. And then I don't know everything, but this is just what's worked for me. Another thing I think, like I said, being accountable, right? You got to be accountable. I, for one, believe that men and women are equal. We got different responsibilities, though, man. And I think that a lot of men aren't covering a part of the responsibilities. And they're like, oh, my wife don't listen to me. Oh, my wife don't do this. The whole thing is your wife doesn't follow you, or your girl don't follow you because you don't know where the hell you're going. That's what we were talking about earlier as far as a track record of success. I'm not gonna follow nobody either that's always taking L's or always quitting or always not knowing what they're doing. So, then you're talking about no matter where you are, you're gonna make sure it happens. Jay-Z said something like that. He said, no matter where you put me on God's green earth, I'll triple my worth.
Mm,
So you got to make sure that, like I said, it comes from within. No matter what's gonna happen, you're gonna win. But when you have, a woman or a man next to you that really believes in you, it just gives you like a whole nother set of armor, man. It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it.
Boy, you saying something else right now, man. You saying something, man. You saying something. You saying something, brother. I didn't know this was going to go in this direction, but I'm glad it did
Hey,
because
man.
this is the talk that a lot of people just don't hear. This is the talk between men who are actually out there in the field doing it versus people that are hypothetical thinking about it and thinking about it based on theory. This is the
Right.
talk that happens behind the scenes and how we look at some of you guys as sideways because you ain't on your purpose. You don't know where you're going. You talk about a whole bunch of stuff, right? But you have no direction. And this is why we are in this space as well too, because we can help you with this direction. Because there are times, right, early on in our lives, we didn't have a lot of direction, but there's catalysts for every one of the areas where we found the direction. There was something that
Yep.
caused us to have it. But we knew that where we were going along that way. We had the vision. I wanted to be something else. I wanted to be a software engineer. I wanted to be a VP. I wanted to be a CEO. That's the vision. And we just take the steps every single day to get there and make it happen. So let's do this, brother Rob.
Hey, and for you keep going, man, I just want to tell you, man, I'm proud of you, man.
I'm proud of you too, brother. Man, I can say this as well too, man. I am proud of you as well too, brother.